Good afternoon, ladies jumping up, John. This is Maria Trudeau. Welcome back to Fallout 4, where last time we met up with a brand new faction, the Commonwealth Police Department. And by the sounds of it, there's a fair bit to be getting on with here. Okay, let's kick off by having a chat with everybody. Jared, the one in charge, Lena, who's the stabby one, and Simon, who's the thinky one. So, right, let's start with Jared. He can give me a rundown as to precisely what the Commonwealth Police Department actually bloody is. So okay, Jared, we know the basics. You're trying to track down, what was it? The Butcher. An extraordinarily violent ex-gunner who's now decided to set up his own gang, the Bloodhounds. But yes indeed, let's, fill in the blanks a bit, get a bit of detail going on.
Hi there. Welcome to our humble abode, headquarters of the Commonwealth Police Department. I'm Jared, by the way, or Sergeant Lund these days. Thanks for giving us a hand back there at the docks. From what Caleb has told us about you, I've been hoping we'd get to meet you. You probably have plenty of questions, or if you've the need, I can trade with you. So, is there anything I can help you with?
And yes indeed, step one, the Gunners. Why you guys, are going on a 3-person campaign against them? Because, I'm gonna be honest, you feel like, a bit outnumbered and outgunned here.
Yes. Can you tell me about your trouble with the Gunners?
Gunners have been making more and more mischief across the Wealth in recent times. The ones we're after right now are called the Hellhounds. The Forsetti family were good customers and good friends. They had a nice little homestead not too far off, till the Hellhounds came along anyway. That family breeds stubborn souls, and the Hellhounds are evil bastards who'll take the least excuse to turn things violent. Lena and Simon were out when it happened, and I managed to keep them safe. The Hellhounds caused the CPD, and the CPD exists to end the Hellhounds.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, yes, he was saying he wanted to trade with me, potentially. By any chance, did you used to just be a trader, and they were just, the children of farmers who were just working the land somewhere, raiders came in, or rather, by the sounds of it, this gang is officially still Gunners, whether or not, they'd follow orders from Gunner Command, I don't know, but yes, you formed the police department out of a very specific personal tragedy, these guys' parents getting killed. So, yes, why precisely did you decide to, get involved? Like, these two, sounds like their parents were gunned down, but you were just a passing trader by the sounds of it.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, this overweight old man in uniform before you is Sergeant Jared Lund, quartermaster for the Commonwealth Police Department. But that's mostly recent developments. Just about all my life I've been a scavenger and traveling trader, a finder and seller of great salvage. I met Shandy when he was just a street kid, trying to pick my pocket. After listening to him go on and on, I gave him a home, and work is my runner. After all, the years have slowed me down some, and it would be a waste not to pass my extensive knowledge on to a new generation.
Okay, possibly given it sounds like, he kind of adopted Shandy before this business even happened, he might just have a kind heart and a willingness to help people out.
Nice place you got here.
I found it a while back, made for a great hideout in an otherwise nasty area. I dug up a stash of old police gear and a good place to store my goods. When Lena and Simon needed a safe place, I brought them here. When they needed protection, I let them have some of the old police stuff. Simon started going on about law and order, and before I knew it, I'd agreed to starting a police force. The results are what you see around you.
Okay, and that's why it's the Commonwealth Police Department. He was already using this place as like a base, a safe house, what have you, and they just started using, old police gear, police weaponry, etc., all of a sudden, the Commonwealth Police Department. Right, that makes sense. Oh, and speaking of which, that's adorable. He's literally selling, police gear in his inventory. Well, that's just lovely. Still, let's get down to business proper, because, yes indeed, I suspect you want me to help out with this butcher business.
There's an old police station which we'd like to get back up and running, and I'd like to get access to a pre-war stash which should be there. East Boston Station is being picked over by a nasty bunch of scabbers, and I'd like someone to take care of them before they get into the stash.
Oh, now that could potentially be interesting because, yes, in the base game of Fallout 4, there's police stations everywhere. Now, in the base game, they're not generally used for much aside from being locations where you can get the Eddie Winters holotapes connected to Nick Valentine's companion mission. But if we could maybe take all those stations and turn them into, like, proper bases with allies in them and whatnot, that could actually be pretty bloody useful. And go on, buddy, I'm not going to bother putting on my nice hat or anything, given we'll probably find out soon enough, but let's see if we get lucky. What's so interesting about, yes, this particular station you want me to go and check out?
Why don't you tell me what's so interesting about this?
Oh, I think it's better if I keep that to myself, at least until I know if I'm right or not.
Okay, fair enough. I think, this guy seems like a nice piece of work. I trust him for the time being. Okay, so capturing police depository begins. We need to, take out some scavengers and figure out what's going on and maybe something locked up in the armory. Lovely. So, right, we now know what's going on with you guys. You lost your parents to a raider attack and, understandably, you took that rather personally. Right, Simon, you, buddy, seem to be, yes, the cool head who wants to be doing stuff like, interrogating people, and in general, not murder. So, same basic deal as with Jared, we can ask him questions or figure out what he wants us to do. So, yes indeed, buddy, you're gonna trouble. It sounds like, yes, for you, this is personal.
This station was at first just a sanctuary, but we found old supplies here, gear from the pre-war police force. Putting on these uniforms gave us all a purpose, a reason to keep going, a thing to unite us, something to be part of. This place is just the start. We're going to keep recruiting and spreading out into the other stations, bringing law and order back to the Wealth.
Okay, so for him it's not just, a case of avenging his parents' death. He wants to make this in something much, much bigger. The police station, the uniform, etc., etc. He wants this to grow and, okay, by any chance does that mean you want me to go and claim even more stations?
Well, I believe that if we are serious about presenting ourselves as police, we need to follow the old codes of law and order. I'm lucky enough to be well read on old laws, but I think we all need to have books and tapes to reference and learn from. The Boston Public Library, I believe, will have what we need. Is there any chance that you'd be able to obtain some things for us?
Oh, Simon, I love you. So, you're a massive nerd who genuinely wants this department to, have complex old-world laws, etc., etc. So, oh, I like it. Me and you, Simon, we're going to be friends, because I strongly suspect we go downstairs and speak to your sister in a second. She's going to have, a bit of a different take on how she'd like this endeavour to go. Okay, procedures, rights, patrolling, etc., etc. Okay. So, he's got quite a list for me to gather. And on top of that, hang about, we just picked up, yes, an additional optional side mission. So, check to see if nearby police stations are potentially nice and chill. And I think I know the one he's referring to, because yes, if this is the main Boston Library, i.e. the same location I've already been to get the intelligence bobblehead, then yes, just around the corner, right next to Diamond City, there is a small police station there. In the base game, just a handful of rad roaches too. Oh, and this is just adorable. You can also ask him for help as one of the options, and I can literally report the murder of my wife and the kidnapping of my child to the Commonwealth Police Department. That's adorable.
My wife was murdered, and my son was kidnapped.
I am so sorry for your loss. Did you witness what happened? Or know of any other witnesses? We don't yet have the manpower to be able to do much, but if you give us any information you have, we'll do what we can.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I may have slightly already killed the guy who killed my wife, so I'm doing this a lot less, nice and proper and professionally than you are, Simon. And better, the lad's given me a badge. I'm actually formally a CPD detective, and Okay, do not break this down for scrap, okay? That would be really rude. Although, actually, I'm curious. Now I'm like, you know, officially a detective, with a badge and whatnot. This terminal wasn't working previously, but now I've got this. Hang about. Holy flip me, it actually works. Brilliant. And this is just absolutely adorable. So, because I spoke to Simon upstairs about, you know, my own crime, the death of my wife, etc., etc., there's now a log about the Vault 111 abduction case inside the computer. Okay, now someone's put a lot of effort and attention into this. This is lovely. And then we've got two other cases. So, the Cox fraud log. This would be... Oh, the charge card that you can get ripped off with. So, right, someone else has already been ripped off by that, and they complained to the CPD. Lovely. And then we've got the Saunders homicide case, abandoned house, South Boston. So, okay, assault, arson, breaking and entering. Simon was the reporting officer because, I mean, in general, yes, let Simon meet people. I feel like Lena's not a people person. So, nothing too dramatic here. Madison and Caleb Saunders sleeping in a rundown abandoned house. Unfortunately, yes, they get attacked during the night by a group of individuals working for the gang boss Bombface. Caleb had been investigating them. So, right. I'm guessing this is how you recruit. People who are survivors of attacks that have taken out, you know, friends and family, they might be willing to join up. Oh, and more interesting... Right, Caleb is now an officer, he's investigating, his wife was definitely killed during the attack, and he thinks there's links to Concord, and as a result... Right, next time we're passing by the Northwest, we need to go and speak to him. Okay, and last up, Lena, and yes, I strongly suspect she's just going to want me to, you know, find a camp full of gunners and start cocking shooting.
Excuse me.
Great. It's you again. And? You want something?
That's true, I did kind of stop her executing the previous guy they had, so, right. Immediately, she doesn't like me that much.
You want to help us out? If you don't get in my way, there might be a few things you could do. Jared's our quartermaster, and he could always use help keeping us in bullets and caps. My little brother Simon probably has something very worthy he needs your help with. And for me, well... How do you feel about killing and skinning gunners?
I'm going to be honest. Like, I was expecting murder. Skinning is one step above what I was anticipating, so... right, I mean... bare minimum. I mean, I'm happy to kill them once they're dead, like... Okay, fine, but I expect paying, and you have to pay for the skinning knife.
I'm putting bounties on gunners. 25 caps a head. Well, head tattoo. Only way of proving you've really put one down is to cut that tattoo off their forehead. And there's no nice way to do that. This isn't something for the faint-hearted or moral types. But you bring me those tats, and I'll give you the caps.
I mean, I feel like you are underpaying me there. Like, 25 caps per scalp is nothing, Lena. But okay, fine, there's no reason to turn her down. I may as well say yes, even if I never actually, you know, bring her any. And to be honest, we'll run into them sooner or later, so when we do, we can make some nice easy money, I suppose. So in which case, yes, we're on the Castle's Peninsula right now. What we need to do is get back to the Commonwealth proper, and then start moseying over to the north. So, yeah, we've got the library over here, just a tiny bit to the west. And then East Boston Police Station, that's actually, yeah, precisely the station I already visited previously, when I was trying to track down the giant behemoth attached to, what was his name, Elias's mission. So, as a result of that, okay, probably the best thing we could do right now would be create a nice path along the waterfront. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea off the top of my head, like, what lives along the coast here. Like, I almost never walk this way, so... Right, we'll start going in that direction, and we might divert to the library once we get to the Harbour Master. Okay, I've literally just stepped outside and immediately... Oh, blimey. Okay, you know what? You can just die, Mr. Raider. So, right, there are literally raiders one street over. Just be careful, okay? Just because they live in this building, the immediate area around it is far from secure. Still, bare minimum. Ammo boxes. Seriously, I need ammo, and you know what, John? You took, you know, a couple of ranks of scrounger. You're going to be able to do a pretty decent job, just, you know, keeping your stuff topped up as you go, though... Alright. That's to me. Oh, blimey, that's a gutsy. Okay, gutsies can be a bit on the scary side, actually. Drop down. I mean, I see a handful of turrets and whatnot, and by the looks of it, hang about. Couple of raiders, too. If we're lucky, gosh darn it. Did not get the hit in on you. Right, I wouldn't mind grabbing, you know, whatever the legendary weapon that guy was holding would be. Was that him? Or is that a bit of, you know, decorative? Oh. I see you guys over there. That grenade just bounced off a thing. Well, that's no bloody good at all. Right. Bare minimum. I've got the high ground. This should be A-okay. Just toss grenades over the top. There we go. That's why you just toss grenades over the top. You, buddy, can go down too. You're just holding basic pipe weaponry. Lovely. Okay, one more at the rear and... No! Hold still. There we go. Shot straight through the blanket there and... officially still in danger here. But all I see is the gutsy and the danger's fading. Right, I think we're okay. Right, drop on it. Down, and now where's the entrance to your tiny camp here? That's just a barricade. Andrew Station. Okay. Bare minimum we can. Aha! Old, yeah, metro station. Okay. Completely forgotten this was here, but bare minimum, ammo. You can generally make an ammo surplus off, you know, most engagements in survival mode. It's kind of part of the risk-reward thing going on. Now, where precisely... was the legendary? Was he actually up top? He might have been up top. Oh, yeah. This'll do just for 24 cock and 50 caliber rounds. Now that's the good stuff, damn it. And there's the legendary, but unfortunately, right, Exterminator's arm. No good at all. Dear flippin' dear. So, okay, just nip up top here. To the south, we've got even more cocking raiders. So, honestly... well, I'm literally on, you know, a high ground, a good sniping position. May as well take them out while I see them. But that's not the direction I want to go. From the police station, yeah. Mosey to the west, so straight through Andrew Station. But if we're already under the overpass, then that would suggest we're pretty much already, yeah, back into the Commonwealth proper. Brilliant. So, okay, hang on. That building over there, by any chance... I bet that's the military checkpoint, which actually does have a couple of gunners in it, so... okay. If we're now getting paid by the scout, damn it... just, you know, make sure everything around here is nice and dead before we move on. And when I come back this way, I want it to be, you know, secure. So Andrew Station is fine. If I could get eyes on, you know, that lovely Mr. Gutsy... I wouldn't mind taking it out. There's the city. Right there. That's just a random scavenger. So, you know what? Scavenger. Marked in red straight away. You go down. Nothing else goes into caution. Suggesting, yeah, you are all on your own. Lovely. Just... honestly, this area is a bit of a surprise to me. Like, I never come this way. There's not much reason to normally. So, okay. This is all going to be, you know, a little bit improvised as we go, actually. Oh, and speaking of which, that's a wicked shipping truck, isn't it? And, okay, I've got the key for that. Marvellous. I do really enjoy this, by the way. Just the tiny touch that you can use that trailer key to crack open... oh. John, you literally can't trigger mines anymore. You don't do that. You took the stealth perk. So... why is there suddenly gunfire? Okay, bare minimum, just take everything, including, yep, special grenades, etc., etc. Lovely. But why was there suddenly gunfire? As it turns out, this area's got a sentry bot in it, so basically, I've decided I am so happy not walking down that road. Okay. Instead, let's go find ourselves some gunners with lovely, easy, detachable scalps and whatnot. Okay, I know there's... there we flipping go. I knew you were in here. Right, you go down. Still hidden. I mean, if you'd asked me, I would have said there were definitely multiple individuals inside that building, including a slightly tougher one, so just be ready to fall back. Because I'm suspicious there's more here. Around here. Round the back. I knew there was a gunner commander! Right, he's not legendary, so bare minimum. We should be able to finish you off in a single VATS round. And, okay, now to caution. Problem is, yes, I don't have, like, you know, much in the way of direction as to where they are. No compass ticks in survival mode, obviously. Back to hidden. Okay, the other guys nearby, and you know what? I could use this to jazz up my penetrating laser. And there's even a workbench right here. Okay, now this was perfect, though, John. Okay, before you do anything else, how precisely do I, like, you know, take the... I didn't mean to take that, to be honest, and... Ooh! Gunner tattoo! Brilliant! That was way less gory than I was expecting. Right, as I was saying, before we get to, you know, doing that... There's someone else round here. There we go, he was just having a nice nap in the back of the truck. Right, down you go, your scalp's coming with me, better and better. The trick being, yes, when you're dealing with energy weapons, even building the basic stuff to get the good mods off to transfer them onto legendaries can be rather on the expensive side. So, okay, bare minimum, what we can do is take off the focuser mod, and we must be able to, right, just need to find one plastic round here, and I can take the reflex sight too. Gosh darn it, 0 plastic. So, okay, you know what? Forget penetrating. We'll just use this thing. This thing's pretty good, actually. Also, John, do not forget, military checkpoint means guns and bullets. Magnificent. So, right. Before we do anything else here, it's 4 PM. It's going to be dark before we get anywhere else. So, use the beds. Sleep till morning, because you're starting to get tired anyway. Oh, I'm going to regret that decision, because, right, following morning... Not sick, which is good, but on the downside, yeah, the weather is much, much worse. So, right, we need to start, yes, moseying north and joining up with, yeah, the edge of Boston, right on the eastern shore. And we're very much going to stick to, you know, this side, right by the overpass, because we now know there's a sentry bot somewhere over there. So let's not go near the red rocket. The red rocket is apparently, yes, a bad robot murder environment. Here we go. And something is around here. Okay. I'm just going to nip up top to have a bit of a look-see and... Just the rain. I thought I heard footsteps, but... That is not just the rain or footsteps, okay? Someone round here is fighting, and... honestly, that's good. That means, you know, by the time I get there and... There's a dog here. A dog with a name. I'm going to regret shooting this dog. Because that means, you know, someone named that dog Shug. And yes, I feel like they're going to be annoyed. Oh, blimey! Okay, there's also Ruby, who's a bigger, glowing dog. Are you guys in the base game? I don't know. This is how much I don't go this way. Apparently there's, like, you know, named irradiated dogs over here, and I have no idea whether this is, like, you know, a base game or not. But if it is, I'm very sorry, Shug and Ruby. I should not have killed you. You did nothing to me. That was rude. Okay, just... mosey up top here. Keep an eye out for, like, you know, the owners, though. Ooh. I get the feeling you were the owners. And then Shug and Ruby ate you. Got it. Okay, this brings me, yeah, pretty much where I want to go. Just straight onto the waterfront here. And, oh, I know where we are. Okay, last time I was here was, I think, actually, my very original survival mode playthrough, where I got hopelessly lost in East Boston, which was probably the reason I never came back here. That was pretty traumatic, and this was where we ran into, yes, fake Preston Garvey. Marvellous. So yeah, we've got the consumer robotics store right over here. Presumably a random event spawn in front of me in a second. So, Yeah, I saw Fate Preston Garvey here, but could be something else too. So, not seeing anything just yet. Okay. In which case, John, remember, the entire reason you're here was walk the waterfront. So in which case, get to the bloody waterfront. Keep your eyes open because this will be, yeah, somewhere around here. This will be the submarine. And there's going to be a kid who pointed the submarine, etc., etc. This will be where the submarine mission begins. So, more gunfire. And the brackets are, yeah, rather close together. No trouble, please. No flipping trouble. No, seriously, who's here? And why is there a rad scorpion here? There should not be rad scorpions in this bit of town. Okay, that's not acceptable to me. Now kill it before it goes underground, please. I do not like it when it goes underground. Did you have a friend? Okay. Rad scorpion, and I see gore bags. Right, there are mutants somewhere around here. So, okay. Eyes open. And you know what? While I'm moving in this direction, while I think about it, what I could do, given I'm already almost at the Harbour Master Hotel, is, yeah, go and see the railroad. I mean, the railroad's got to have some good supplies. Like, you know, they've got an entire base full of supplies. So, okay. Eyes open. Where precisely is, yeah, the church? I mean, there's a church there, but I think that might not be the right church. My brain's saying that's the incorrect church. Hang about. That, I think, is, yes, the park. Where you can run into the rad stags that we've hunted in the past. And that would mean we're nearby to the Old North Church. So, okay. Straight through here. The park should now be empty. We've been through you before, and hang about. That, I think, is the correct spire over there. So, don't go deeper inland, and that's where you'll just find 10 million cocky mutants instead. Right. We should now be, yeah, joined up to an area I've already cleared out. Last time I came through here going the other way. So, right, we should now be a lot safer. And speak of the devil, there we go. Right. John, why on earth didn't you just come in here last time you were passing by? Like, you literally walked past a faction without saying hello to them. Which is especially silly because, yeah, ghouls. Excellent chance of, you know, getting yourself the odd legendary and whatnot. So just take them out with the silenced weaponry. Only 80%, which is a bit low, I'd say, but alright, fine. There's definitely more at the back. I'm just going to put one grenade over there, because I swear there's, like, you know, more over there. Well, I didn't kill anyone or wake anyone up, so apparently I'm just completely bloody wrong today. Marvellous. Though I will say, hang about, hang about, hang about. I think they're up top. I swear I just heard noise above me. Hang about. Progress going on in Sanctuary, by the way. Lovely. No, seriously. Where's the ghoul? Because I definitely just heard you. Okay, I must be imagining things. I was probably, just like, you know, hearing one who was downstairs. So just, you know, be ready. There's going to be a couple just spawning in and clambering out to the side, etc., etc. There we go. Just waiting to ambush me. Probably one or two more yet, by the way. But yeah, shouldn't be anything too bad, to be honest. Yep, last one goes down. It's just a basic Roma. Let's crack open the McGibble, say hi to everyone, etc., etc. And then just crack the worst password in the world, because yes, the password to access the railroad is in fact the word railroad, you cocky useless bastards. And, right, hello there, no trouble, I'm just here to loot the place actually. I do not want to cause any issues whatsoever. Lovely to meet you all, by the way. So, speak to Deacon to begin tradecraft. Next time we're passing by Lexington, we may or may not choose to do that. And I could have sworn you could go straight into, yeah, railroad headquarters the very first time you met these guys, but And it's blocked off and they're refusing to let me in. So, right, either I'm misremembering or Fallout 4's broken. It's kind of hard to say which is more likely. Okay, back outside and yeah, what I'm going to do is, yeah, just hop over the water, swimming straight over to Boston Airport. Seriously, somewhere in your stores, you have got to have some aluminium. Gosh darn it, I'm suddenly swimming in, yes, adhesive and oil, and I can't find the cocking aluminium I need. Still, I shan't say no to, yes, giant piles of free ammunition. Okay, from here, yeah, just mosey straight north, back to the exact same police station we saw previously, though. Okay, last time we were passing by, it was empty. I strongly suspect it's not going to be anymore. Here we go, got eyes on, I say eyes on. I can barely bloody see one basic scabber, but, bare minimum, we know he's there. So, okay. Just sneak in through here if we can. Aluminium can! Now we're cocking talking. Lovely. Oh, and speaking of which, right, I think I may have just, stumbled across the scavengers. So, the fight just began. And okay, 2 shots from the combat rifle. You're not nothing. Caution, there's another one upstairs. Right, they're properly tagged, aren't they? And hello over there. Just a couple in the arm. You've not seen me yet. Down you go. Right.
Gone now.
Okay. You say we're done. I could definitely... Oh. We weren't just here for the police station, John. Remember, that was the entire point. We were here for the stash. Protectron stash. Now, okay, if you wanted to, you know, get a whole bunch of people on the streets in a hurry, controlling a giant pile of robots to assist. Now, that would be good, though. Okay, there was an entire DLC about this, and it didn't go well, but, like, I'm going to assume it would go better if I was involved, and no, it would definitely go worse, actually, now I think about it. Like, this is just a terrible idea in general. Okay, before we do anything, let's just make sure, you know, we have actually properly cleared out the place, because there was someone else in here, and I'm hearing your voice somewhere nearby. There we go. Right, number 1 goes down. You think they're outside, but they are not. And down you go. Oh.
Let's do this.
There's definitely... Oh, hang on. I'm being shot at by someone, and I don't know who or where. I think they were down. I think I heard the voice from. Okay, well, I've got my full AP back. Where on earth are you, buddy? Hang about. There we go. I see someone over here. Didn't have a clean shot, but now we do. Second shot should finish you off, and there we go. That's all 5. Though it was only the 2 by the stash that we actually wanted to get rid of by the looks of it. So, okay. Eyes on the prize here. Now everybody is nice and dead. So, enter access codes. That I can do. He gave me the access code. So, right. We need to power up the stash terminal. This was apparently... Yes, not the terminal we needed. Hang about. Activate unit. Unit currently unpowered. Power up units. Okay, ensure power connections. Alright. Nothing we can do with that just yet. So in which case... Hang about. Close you up and... Fuse box isn't functioning. You could fix it with a couple of fuses, or if you don't have any, there are plenty of containers around here that may contain some. In fact, yes, I think I may have looted, like, you know, a few just a second ago. Shove them in there. Pair of fuses. Fixes that up, and now... Okay, giant robot army. Let's go. So, generators powered up. Activate unit. Unit currently powered. Activate the stash terminal. Excellent. So... Just so I know, what does that actually, like, mean? Because I'm not seeing a giant robot army. I was kind of hoping for, like, you know, a giant robot army. Where's my giant robot army? Hang on. There was a robot upstairs inside their police station. Possibly, yes, what they're trying to do is not activate an army that's located here, but activate the network, so as a result of that... yes, in every police station, there's going to be a robot we can make use of, right? Well, bare minimum, my job here is done. I just need to go back to, CPD and chat to Jared now. So, right, on the way, yes, we need to divert to the library and the nearby police station. Now, that bare minimum should be pretty simple because, yes, at this point, we can just go back to the airport, swim back across, go back down the coast to Shamrock, and from there cut through to the centre of Boston. So, right, as time goes by, we're opening up more and more shortcuts. Beautiful. And there we go, back to the centre of Boston. Good, 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 good. So, right, good neighbour is right in that direction. Don't worry about that for the time being. Instead, yes, just a loop around the outside of this and make a jibble. Hand myself to a handful of free caps. And, over here we can go straight to the library. Question is, is it going to be empty? Potentially, is something new going to have spawned in? Because, last time we passed by, that was the base game stuff. Okay, bare minimum, no one outside. So, before we mosey on in, yes, here we go. It's right here. So, one police station, though a very, very small one indeed. Just a handful of rad roaches, and this cuts through to Diamond City. So, yeah, just to finish off these guys nice and quick, shouldn't be any trouble at all. And there we go, with them dead, the nearby police station is officially verified as safe. So, right, potentially if we're lucky, these guys may now move in, some new staff to say hello. Oh, and I tell you what, while I'm literally standing next to Diamond City, okay, one of you has got to be selling caulking aluminium, right? Just give me some aluminium and nobody gets hurt. Oh yes, surgical trays, beautiful. Oh, and there we flipping go. 233 damaged advanced receiver on a mighty advanced combat shotgun. Oh, now we're cocking talking. Also, I'm glad I bothered to, check my status, because I did not realise I was currently addicted to Psycho. So, right, we can sort that out while I'm passing by too. Or to be precise, I can the following morning, because yes, the doctor doesn't work at nights. There we go, no addiction, no sickness, and I even cleaned out my rads while I was passing by. Beautiful. Oh yeah, here we flippy go. I kinda hope something does attack me en route. That'd be cocking hilarious, in fact. So, right, back the way we came. Let's see who wants to play over at the library. Okay, good start, which is, yes, floating around is the friendly Protectron, still battered from fighting the super mutants, but okay, no sign of additional trouble yet. Good, 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 good. So, just a mosey around, tell myself to, yes, all of these various bits and pieces, though, is every single one of these, like, an actual tape that someone's recorded and whatnot? No, it's just text, though someone has, actually written this. I have no idea whether this is, like, either true in real life or true in the Fallout universe, because I know cocking nothing about guns whatsoever. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the difference between a 9mm and a 10mm is 1mm, which I assume therefore makes it better, because if you shoot someone with an additional millimeters worth of bullet, then it's gonna hurt more. Like, that just makes sense. Though unfortunately, yeah, some of the tapes may not be working entirely as the guy was hoping for. This one is, yeah, what he was asking after, but it's little more than scrap. Dear-o flippin' dear. Okay, so what I've done is, yes, retrieved a handful of tapes and a book for this chappie, so not his entire list by the looks of it. The list was like, I don't know, maybe 7 things. I feel like about 4 of them were actually, as they should be. Okay, but I did just remember one thing, which is that Brotherhood chappie outside the marina. He was asking me to gather overdue books, and I'm in a library, which... Okay, now I think about it, like, a library is literally the only location where you wouldn't find overdue books, because the books inside the library are inherently not taken out of the library, so they can't be overdue, but... I mean, they're books. There might be some in here, I don't know. Well, there's at least one right here in, yeah, this room by the stairs, so... okay, hang about. There's got to be more. Here we go. They're all sort of the same colour. A lovely red or whatnot. So, right. Be on the look-see for books that are slightly red. Here we go, one more, yes, just before you get to where the mutants are floating around. One in the bathroom makes 6, and I'm pretty sure he asked for 5. So okay, if that's true, next time we're back at the marina, we might have ourselves a brand new friend. Lovely. Okay, a handful of tiny scrapes and encounters on the way home. We're almost back at Andrew's station. I'm seeing, yeah, good number of super mutants up ahead, though. That concerns me. That's the sentry bot. Okay, the sentry bot's also fighting something. But that's something like, you know, isn't me, so... Okay, just walk straight between the two things. It's all going to be fine. Hopefully, that's just, you know, more super mutants fighting the sentry bot. Sentry bot will almost certainly win that one, but that's absolutely fine. Right, this area may be a bit more dangerous than I was anticipating, unfortunately. Still, bare minimum. We know this location's nice and safe. Take the coffee tin. That's aluminium, in fact. So, right, straight through here. Question is, how do I get from here to the station? I think if I cut between these houses... Nope, that's very literally a dead end. Okay, Raider encampment there, but I took out the Psycho a second ago. Yeah, this area's a little bit hard to navigate, but there we go. Right, I may need to clear out that, you know, Raider camp right there outside the front door at some point. Still, guys, I have got good news for you. Okay, number 1, here's some skulls. You're very welcome.
Each one means one less gunner scum polluting the wealth. Here's your very well-earned caps. Anything else?
There we go, 125 caps. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, as for you, Simon, I've got, like, maybe half the things on your list, and confirmation that there is indeed another safe police station just around the corner.
Brilliant. These books and tapes are going to make such a difference. And you even managed to get a copy of Bishops, Judges, and Adjudication in Constitutional Commonwealths. Here, I know we didn't agree a fee, but here are some caps for your trouble. I'm just going to go sort through these.
Okay, apparently he's cocking delighted. Brilliant. And that pushes me straight up to the next level. Marvellous. And we're gonna stick to the plan, damn it. Level 36, straight up to... Okay, perception is getting weirdly high. This feels wrong. Like, perception at 8 as a base. But, bare minimum, we've made it past, you know, the trash perks over here, Night Person and Refractor, and now we're into the good stuff. So, okay, sniper perks coming in soon.
I believe congratulations are in order. You must have managed to clear those scabbers from East Boston and open the stash. Our network started to receive reports from the newly activated Protectrons. Well done. Really, well done.
So, right, as I was expecting, yes. We've just activated every Protectron on the network. Brilliant.
What next?
Well, I'll have a couple officers head over there now to set up shop. Then we can start dispatching Protectrons to our other stations. Might even have enough to set up CPD Protectron posts and settlements. Here, you've more than earned this reward.
So okay, not only are we going to get more Protectrons floating around these stations, but as time goes by, I might be able to start building outposts inside my own towns too. So, okay, now that's kind of cool how that integrates back into the settlement system.
I think Simon had something he was looking for help with. Lena was talking about recruiting help for something she's working on.
So alright, by the sounds of it, we're now moving straight on to the next bits and pieces. We've got Lena now wanting more than just, you know, bloody scalps, and Simon wanting something new as well. Oh, and speaking of which, sorry I didn't notice you when I came in. They've got a prisoner now. Right, you did not have one of those a minute ago, so... okay. I strongly suspect that, yes, Lena's going to want to chat to me about the prisoner, given she's hanging out right here by the cell. And as for Simon, I suspect he's got more nerd jobs for me as well, so... okay, you know what? I'm liking this faction. This is good. So, we are now in. We are officially a CPD detective, and on top of that, we're slowly working our way towards, you know, tracking down Mr. Butcher. So, how about we call it a part there, but next week, Oh, we're getting straight on with more of this. Right here, we've got a CPD prisoner, potentially to interrogate. I can't help but notice we do, you know, literally have an interrogation room right over here. And we've got a couple more missions from Lena and Simon. And I suspect sooner or later, yes, we're going to have to, you know, pick a side. Either favouring Lena's approach or Simon's. And obviously I'm going Simon because he's a giant book nerd. But you know, let's see if Lena can maybe make a good alternative pitch too. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Fallout 4. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.